has transpired. It's so much. I didn't realize that it was my special day. It was the 15th, so but I was on early, but then now so I'm oh boy. Hold on. Oh, okay, good. Never mind. I'm already prepared. I just have to. Yep. Yeah, we're ahead of it there. All right. So a lot's been going on. A lot has happened. What I mean by special day, the 15th is when my gifts really kick in. Okay. So, the 15th is when I'm given special knowledge. Oh gosh, where to start? So my clients and I we were in a discussion about, of course, Trump flying to Alaska. Knew that, gosh, it a lot of good talks, productive, but it's more for the public sight. It would, that no deal would be reached because, frankly, Putin doesn't want to make a deal, but he's going to come and play nice. Whenever they were in a briefing and he was just speaking, even though that he had a translator, I could tell the voice, even in his own voice. It was like his voice, their voice doesn't matter. It's still him. I could tell that those are just rose-colored glass words. They were just words. And he was just saying whatever he could say to get out of that meeting and get back to the drawing board. He has no intentions, not interested deeply to ceasefire. I didn't want to say it beforehand. I also told my client it would take a miracle if this happens and there's a peace deal reached between I guess that'd be between Putin and Zelensky, Russia, Ukraine. That would be a miracle. And I said I'm going to earnestly send prayer, good energy. Both of them are world leaders. They will do what leaders do. They're going to deliberate and I'm supporting. I'm standing behind my leader, which is going to be Trump. It's like putting forth that good energy, prayer. If you could do this, it would be a miracle. And and I even caught an article, Hillary Clinton, which was definitely the nemesis and challenger in the past, of Trump, said that if he successfully um, fulfills or gets a deal of ceasefire and peace reached between Russia and Ukraine, that she would endorse him for or nominate him for the Nobel Prize. So that I thought that was fascinating. Hillary Clinton said that. Yes. So regardless, remember, the universe can use every one of us. So yes, I was sending prayers, I was sending good energy, but I already knew. I had discussed it with my clients. My clients asked, "You, what do you think's gonna happen?" I said, "I don't think it's gonna be. It'd be a miracle." I didn't say it wouldn't happen. I said it would be a miracle, which means if it did happen, it would be pretty amazing, and there would have been some spiritual help, pretty much. Hello, oh, so I'm like talking. Last, hi Brian, uh, Federin. Oh, it would have been nice had a deal would have been reached, but I knew it was going to come out to be productive talks, But we all know that. Well, I hope we all know. I know that Zelensky, like Putin doesn't want a deal. He wants all of Ukraine. That's it. In his life, and I also told my client, I said, in his lifetime, he doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want 20 years later. He wants it right now during his lifetime. And then, of course, we know. I'm be honest with you, Trump wants Nobel Prize, and he wants to look good, public image. So that's the thing. So unfortunately, those factors may, because it may be the intentions, because you have to be very specific when you're sending out to the universe what you want. And I think both of their intentions, because it's more self-serving, it may prove more difficult. Because this is on the level of biblical proportion. Like it would be like intervention, like biblical, like angelic intervention to get these pair. Have you noticed everybody else in the world, including China, all of them, even North Korea has settled down. You're not hearing much about what's going on over there. Like they're like, okay, we'll play Monopoly instead of play wartime chess. Like they are like ceasefire, ceasefire deal, ceasefire deal, ceasefire deal. These two, yeah, something is different about these pair. And yes, that's why I said it would be a miracle. It would take a miracle. I'm not saying I don't. I know the miracle is one of the spiritual gifts, like any other. So it shouldn't be too hard. Somebody around here has that gift, because we see all the other ones. People claim to have all these, gifts and miraculous. I guess it's called what called miraculous gifts or miracles. I've heard it, I've seen it written in various ways. Somebody's supposed to have these abilities, and if they can just maneuver them and help out the world, that'd be nice right about now. Um, but I was very optimistic. I never gave any indication by my words that I felt otherwise. Like, oh yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It wasn't quite as easily said as that. I knew productive talks. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that, but when I didn't even listen to all of it, but I listened to a little bit, and I could tell it's like he's not sincere. Those words are basically. It's kind of like you're clocked in, and you have to interact, and you have to answer questions. Those what those words felt like, even though he's speaking in his language and they're just translating it in it. But if to me, perception wise, I was hearing it as if he were speaking to me in English and psychically. And I said, yeah, I clicked off. I was like, I'm not, no need, no need. No need. I could tell when a person is like their end word is no. Like their bottom line word is like at the end of their formula, it's gonna be a no. I'm like, look, excuse me. I would have picked myself up, but I know that they had to. And by the way, that was a very quick talk, mind you. I mean, like same day they arrived. I saw they arrived, and next thing I know, then they're in press conference. I'm like, well, that was fast. Here, let me see what y'all are talking about. Hello, we're going to community guidelines breaches. You have 20 minutes to reply. Um, chat. Thanks. To take action will result in channel strikes. What? Why are you contacting me? Huh? Type one if you find out more. To take action will result in a. What are you talking about? We are contacting you regarding community guideline breaches. You have 20 minutes to reply with your justification. Type what? Uh, what are you talking about? Who are you? And why are you contacting me through chat? Shouldn't you be contacting me through email? Hi. One second, let me grab this. A pleasure. Okay. A pleasure. Okay. A pleasure. Welcome. I'm Donald. Hope you're having a great day. Good to speak with you. And how would we like to begin? Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Okay, got it. So certainly take a look into things, see what comes up. So what I can tell is that um, he seems to me that he's playing it by ear. Like I see him, and he's meant to approach you. He's meant to begin his communication. To show that his interests is what I'm seeing. Um, it's like there's one more step to do. We're trying to get him to open up some. I can tell. It's like his next move. Right now, I think that he's going with the like wanting to just to be around. I think he likes how things feel around you. I see him like you two much closer. He's very personable. I see him like his arms around you. Over these next few months, especially as we approach, like we enter to November. I think that like August, September, October, these months right here, I think that this is a time where he feels intimately closer to you than ever. Those are right. It's like this is something that's developing. He's not taking his time. It's just that everything, the feelings are right. The feelings are just right. That's so he's not worried because you have him already. Like you have his attention already, is what I can tell. So there's already some attachments. Like I think that you two right now I'm seeing a lot of pairing as well. So I've seen words pairing as in he and you on like when I mentioned I saw a little vision of his like arms around you. Then I saw visions of he and you embracing each other. Then I saw he and you like just like together and admiring the world around. Maybe it's to your private time, maybe off to the side in the public. There's a lot of soul connections where it reveals he and you together in many forms. Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah. See, and but it's getting ready to. It's getting ready to. It's a little drawn out. Like this is like a true saga romance. It sounds very much like a real saga, like a real romance. It truly does. I love it. You know what I mean, right? It sounds just like a romantic novel book. One of those small ones where like, oh my gosh, finally he's talking to her. They're finally going to do something together. Yep. Oh no, it's complicated in your lives. It's not complicated to talk about. It's more common than you imagine. It's common. Don't worry about that. Don't judge yourself. It happens. Okay, good. Right. It's not spiritually or psychically illegal to do that, by the way. Okay. All right. Neither is it normatively incorrect. It's not. People go they grow up. They grow in their own way. They fall in love. Human experience is beautiful. If it's meant to happen, it sounds like he and you watch and see. He and you are meant to happen and it's gonna be so beautiful. Okay. Sure. Okay. Good. Um, mhm. Okay. Sure. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Right. Okay. Right. 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 Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Well, I can only say this. I think that he and you are working through things, and I think that tapping into the judgmental side, and the feeling of guilt that just represents in his and your intentions. You two just have to get your intentions in order. That's it. He and you should get you get your intentions together of why you choose each other, and try to go from there and build it in the right way. Start it off, build a foundation, protect your energy, protect each other. If you start there, because he's not, I don't get the sense that he's deliberately trying to bring harm to you or bring trouble to your doorstep or bedroom. He doesn't give me that feeling at all. I get the sense that he's living his life, and he's always had feelings for you, but it's too close to home. And so I believe he may have gotten distracted because he couldn't obviously be with you. So, then he was distracted, more like he's always been drawn to you but couldn't act on it because of your lives. Now you both have an understanding a little bit more about the mystery of life. Now it's just a matter of looking at your intentions with this. This is very new. It's common as it is, but we've never really sought to find answers why this happens. But now we're beginning to understand, and then with understanding, we'll be comfortable with the results. So like him being interested in with you now doesn't really bother you. You just want him to be, is he trying to pull one over on you? You want to know that. And the answer is, he's not trying to pull one over on you. He's not telling you a lie. Hmm. He's not lying to you. But nor is this a thing, like he's not like every other woman he finds attractive, he's got to be with her. That's not him either. That's not his thing either. Right. I'm reading him. It's like I've been doing this for a long time. It sounds like a casual conversation, but I just want to let you know I am reading him. That's why I picked up words he actually said. The spirit is letting you know, look, these are words he actually said. Trust us. We're looking after you, and he genuinely does care about you. Right. Sure. 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 Right. But when we say care about you, we mean he's not going out of his way to put you in harm's way, in any harm's way. That's what we really meant between the lines. Okay. It's good that, but it's still good that he was there to console you. But we mean romantically, he's not here to harm you. Okay, all right. I only have these words to share because these are the words that are correct. These are the right words that I use. That's why Spirit said, asked you to trust them on this one, and why he went through the whole spiel of how he is to you, which you clarified, yes, he is those things. Those are the words you need to hold on to. Good. You sort of believe in, okay, we're focusing on, and right in there, you sort of, we're helping you with that. We're helping you today with that. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Okay, okay. I want to remind you something that I said in regards to that, where your mind is at. I stated that at a time he couldn't be with you, and so he redirected his time and energy and his heart. It was like an interrupter for him. So he did have a distraction as he was have been attracted to you, but couldn't be with you. Okay, I want to make that clear, crystal clear, because we did say that as well, but we're saying look at each other up to date. Here it is. It's August 16th, 2025, and now he and you both have grown as two people, and now you have your intentions correct. You're more better connected with your intentions now more than ever, and so now he will pursue after what he really wants or who he really wants to be with that deeper understanding, and so will you. That's what we're saying. That's why he and you are more favorable to trust each other right now. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Okay. More sophisticated. Yes. What's going to happen? Okay, so we have to clarify why we said that, why he was distracted, and then we can build from on. Okay, in half a sentence, I promise. So he's distracted, right? Because he couldn't be with you. Now he has a he have a better understanding. Now he can connect with you. So now has reached the place where he's with the person who he would wanted to be with this entire time, and he's also finding out, he and you both are finding out that actually you both are better choices for each other, even beyond your spouses. So, right, okay, and that's okay, we already know that's not a crime, biblically or spiritually or psychically or normatively. All right, so great. So it just feels funny because we don't understand. So the guides here say that he actually begins to fall in love with you. So what he and you are going to share, right, is not a casual affair. Like there are affairs, right? And though that can be misleading, because if we mislead it, when people get hurt. But I mean like just flat out like casual affairs that just happen spontaneously. That's not what he and you have. You don't have it. He and you're well. You don't want that from him, but he doesn't. He did not never want that with you either. That's why he didn't never attempt you. but he's always wanted to have a warm, connected, loving connection. And if that's the case, then he falls in love because, like he stated earlier, well, you confirmed what I stated that he said. He said he doesn't he's not into the casual relationship, so to speak. He happens to be really, like, as they say, truly drawn to you, and that means that represents that's how his where his heart is at. So that's why it's going to be, as you say, like what gives him that power or the ability to pass over these casual connections. Well, the love connection, right? A true love connection is better, way better than a casual, excursion, at the office, right? So he's having that love, that deeper romantic experience between himself and you. That's why in the as time progresses over the next few months, and especially in November, he and you are spending a great deal of time together. I never ask questions. I always first to say it here. So yeah, I never ask. People say, "Oh my gosh, that's what he said." Oh my gosh, yes, and that's only to let you know, Spirit is here with you. Spirit understands, and Spirit is walking the path that you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if Spirit can help with this one. This is a big one. It's so confusing. It's not. Spirit got your back. Mm. No, don't look for anything of the past. Don't look for old conversations. Mm, no, look for something better, or looking for something better. Like you said, it's overwhelming. This time around, you have a better understanding of where he's coming from. It can be easier this time, where you're ready and say, okay, you can accept this now because it's easier now, you know what it is. Your intentions are in the right place. It doesn't make you feel, guilty. It doesn't make you feel weird or like, why is he doing this? You're not overwhelmed. It's going to be the way you two interact, and especially spending in time together. It's going to be absolutely nothing like you've ever experienced. It's just going to, for he and you, it's going to feel right. Right. Well, and of course, the reading is illustrated. That's when like he and you actually are, like, when I first saw that he fell in love with you, and but not just like at home sitting there, over your picture. I mean, like, he's with you, in love with you. Yep, it's definitely in that season. So that works out. That's the favorite season. That's the season where I believe he and you will definitely be more active, for sure. Yes, I like it. The guilt can come from is how your spouses may feel. That's the only guilt that there may be, because your understanding is you're stuck with your spouse forever, and that's not. It's kind of untrue. It's a gray. It's not even a gray area. It's just that that's not completely the full story, and that's not everybody's story, right? He just doesn't want to bring harm to you. That's all. And now you both have the right intentions to go forward, and you're going to be honest with each other, and that's what makes this relationship spiritual. That's why it can be loving. You see? Okay, there you go. Better than casual relationships, three times, four times over, seven times over. What he and you have. Beautiful. Yes. There you go. All right. Which was that is also part of our conversation today. Oh my gosh. You all, um I'm sorry, but I've gotta like kick you. I gotta remove this, because this kind of is. There's nothing wrong. I don't mind people playing, but I think that this kind of can lead to like abusive. It's kind of abusive. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of that. All right. All right. There you go. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to hide your YouTube chat services. Uh, um, I mean, funny is fun. I love having fun. I like trolls, things like that. But some things can be like, the more you play, the more real it gets, and so yeah. So I definitely had to get rid of that. Oh, so today's conversation, in fact, okay, so I wasn't thinking when I was thinking about that, people, like, look, I probably should kick all of, like, get rid of all that message. Is because I've been, okay, so I've received my gifts since yesterday, or additional gifts. And people have been trying, different things. Like, it's like they want me to care, that they don't care no more. And I'm like, oh, knock yourself out. And it's like they're getting more rowdy or more upset. It's like I was sitting here, I was thinking about it. I was over here making tea, and I'm like, what do these people think? It's like we had, like, what generation didn't have anarchists? Like, like you trying to be something like, skinhead with the mohawk, with the hair color, with the grunge. You do know that come from the era before that era, before that, they were already doing that. There are people do the anarchy thing. They already did that. People, y'all need to Google this stuff. Like, being, 2 centimeters off from crazy, kicking holes in the walls, disrespectful to your parents, do it your way. Who gives the devil may care? I don't do what people say. I don't do what my parents say. I don't like authority. That that is that's been going on forever, every generation. And when I mean, no, look, every generation dressed the very same way you dressed. There's not, and it's not even, oh, there's a slight difference. No, you call it the same thing. You even call it the same thing. You call it grunge, but anarchist, and you're like, you like, I want the man, I want the woman, I want to experience karma. People have been saying that since forever. Like, I want to be petty, like a god, like petty as the gods, be like as unto the gods. People are saying it, and y'all get, and then they lose it when I said, well, in your pettiness, and I'm like, don't forget to I just teach you how to do it correctly. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, oh, I'm from that. Look. let me tell you how to do this correctly. First of all, yeah, wish bad on your ex who just used you as an object, he or she, but don't channel apathy into your own dreams. Put empathy into your dreams. Channel compassion a lot. You know, so I'm just telling you how to be authentically you, how to do it better. I just want you to be better. I want to be proud of you and to say, yeah, I still wish for my ex's downfall, but I just met a woman who, you know, loves my opinion about where we should eat and loves the fact that I like to take us to Aspen, and doesn't complain if like if I want to treat her to Italy to have dinner on a somewhere on a coast or something, she's not thinking how many Birkin bags she could have bought. Like this was stupid. Like you stuck with her. This is stupid. $10,000 or 20 grand. You know how many you know how many dresses I could have bought? You're trying to marry her. You're like, and she's not thinking like, oh, when okay, you're married and you're gonna give her like a shopping cart. You know what I mean? So, yeah. hmm Yeah. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to share that. That's kind of like the rough sketch of it. And another thing, people are like, "Ooh, I'm doing something naughty. Ooh, I'm cheating on my spouse. Ooh." Uh, the Bible never said you couldn't get a divorce. The Bible said you had to be stuck with in a loveless marriage. In fact, it speaks otherwise, and as do psychics. So there's nothing, like occult or like so evil, that it feels so good and spiritual that you're doing when you choose another partner, married or whatever. No, do it feel if it feels right, we're just saying, well, let us tell you how to do it better. First of all, don't feel guilty about it, and definitely like do it correctly. Oh, it's just for casual. Oh, well, a true loving relationship we know is way better than a casual relationship any day, by far. And that's what you'll end up wanting from this person. You kick it off casual, but usually it's with the expectations of more. Yeah, divorce is described all the time. It's just be honest with it. That's the difference. Just be honest. Yeah. Just say, look, you would go to the magistrate and you say, look, the wife would say, I don't want this no more. Okay, here. We'll start the divorce procedure. And the man can do it too. So it's not just the man saying, oh, well, if the man don't want it no more. No, it also says if women don't want her husband no more, she too can put him away. Yes, biblically, it goes both ways. And also, again, spiritually and psychically, no, you don't stay in a marriage that's not giving you good health and good fruits. So, yeah. So, yeah. But people be frustrated, like, wait a minute. You didn't hear what I said? I'm an anarchist. I'm like, why are you using a term that's for like the kids use that term? The kids want to be an anarchist. If an adult comes in, like if you're an adult and you come in with your leather on and you got your shoe polish in your hand, I'm an anarchist, and you like over 17, we all looking at. I'm gonna be honest with you. We would think you like you need to grow up, sir. That was back in my, so yeah, like you're 18, you decide you're gonna go to college and do something about the systems of the world, the governmental systems, or you're gonna get that job at right down there and sell bikes, okay? And you just go, and you starting to bust out of your jeans. You try to get a little bigger belt. You're not a little skinny. You're not a little skinny um, person. I'm be nice. I'm just saying. So don't be like trying to be like devil horning when they full on got 3 kids. Like or have a kid or like or married, and they're like, they gotta, you like how you trying to come against the break against the norms that you have a whole foo life. Your life is like you have a good life. You have a life where you get to enjoy the passion of the world. You can, you know, you can get ready for your natural day to get ready. You already there. Like I know, I smell good, look good, hair done, got me nice little blouse. Go there dance. Guy, he go there, put on, throw on a little blazer, got a little nice slack. He's like, look, I'm busy, I'm working. No, no, no. I have a lot of work. Yeah, I'm just making sure that everything in the paperwork is. Oh, uh, you want to meet for dinner late? Okay. Like you do it like, bruh, just be honest. They're like, but it feels so guilty. It's, but it's not it's not as forbidden as you think. Fruit. Oh. We are the real snakes, by the way. I'm a real snake, a real serpent. Okay. I'm just trying to, gauge you. Y'all, some client called me and said, I know what you're already going to say. I'm like, sweetie, no, you don't. I was like, nah, you don't. You don't know what I'm going to say. I let her say, go ahead and finish your thoughts. I was like, oh, I'm so glad that you said that. I'm glad that you don't know what I'm going to say because this is what I'm going to say. They spent the rest of the call trying to catch up with my thoughts and like trying to like just when they thought they were just so close, almost gonna be the chaos queen. Nah, it's nothing. There's nothing chaotic about that. About being done wrong and wanting a little bit of, a little of uh, like retribution. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to put yourself out though. Like you don't have to deny the treasures that you have coming to you. So what I was doing, I wasn't changing your thoughts, changing your mind. I'm here to say, oh, don't wish harm on others. I know he did the wrong. Don't do that because good things. No, I'm saying feel how you feel, but don't be apathetic to your dreams. Because right now, you're channeling apathetic, meaning I have no emotions, I don't care, I don't believe into something that you really want. Your big fuss is you want love and things, but you can't have it if you mad. Okay, 1 second. I gotta chat. I'm still here though. I'm just invisible. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, hello, Nicole. Are you there, sweetheart? Let me ask, how are you? How are you this morning? It says, reaching out today to find out clarity. I've been briefly saying, okay, Angela, he's not emotionally upfront, but he cares about me and his future. Okay, he's just, me and his future. you, and he is trying to impress you. I think, though he is not totally open about his feelings, yet he does want to keep seeing you. He is careful how much he shares his thoughts. Okay. So he wants to surprise or not become bored with the relationship. Isn't that crazy? He will mm-hmm. um this will happy, of course. Um okay. Whew. Okay. I think there's, yeah, definitely coming on here in the morning, that's a really great idea. Oh gosh. I had to do a chat reading, my bad, you guys. Whew. Chat readings happen so fast. Yeah, mornings are way better. And I like my evenings anyway. All right. Let's see. Uh, okay. And it gives me a reason to get up. Yeah, I need to get up and go live anyway. Yeah, just perfect. And I can kind of manage. All right. So it says, all right. Make sure. All right. Yeah, everybody. So yeah, I know how to be spiritual for dark soul people, but here's the thing. Sometimes dark soul people, a lot of times they're after me and I'm like redirecting. Oh, by the way, another thing. Spiritual hypnotism does not work. I'm what do you call it? I'm immune to it. I'm immune to that I'm immune to that. I'm immune to magic, spells, curses. I'm immune to all that. This is not a warning. I'm just saying those things don't work on me. Like some people like try to use their words and they like try to bend. But what ends up happening is I'm like I can. Okay, so they're like like energy vampires. I take energy vampires energy and I see it as like even your words. I see it as like energy. I make it into a straight line. I can shift it and bend it where I want and push it, including push it back. I can add action, so that means you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh gosh, I'm sitting down, I'm sitting down, I'm sitting. Yes, I can do that. And not only that, I can make your energy your life existence. In other words, I can rewrite your entire uh, energetic, vampiric, energetic story. So what I like to do with it is add to you healing things, then you decide what you want to do. But I like, and then I make you go and but I always like, because I'm older now, and so I do this more maturely. So when I do that, like I'll be like, the partner who you love, by the way, I'm like, okay, go walk away with your partner, be in love and transcend. So I say word like that, but I could get pretty creative, being that I was an only child. And all the children in the neighborhood asked me to, they would bring over board games and ask me to create games. So I can get pretty creative. I'm not warning, I'm not throwing shots. I'm just saying, you know, but because I get those occasionally too, and they're like shocked. They're like, "Wait, this doesn't work on you?" I'm like, "This doesn't work on me." Now it may work with. That's why I was like, "Don't confuse me with men, with your men. You know who you know whatever wherever you meet them. I'm not gonna say the bar, but wherever you meet them, don't confuse me with them. if that's the way, if that's the way it works out there, if that's what's going on out there, and men likewise." Obviously I don't fall for I mean fall for yeah I don't fall for things that like you hypnotize women. That doesn't, even with my, yes, with my feminine nature, that does not work on me either. I am not hypnotized or mesmerized. I am actually a snake. People don't believe me, but I'm a real snake. I am a real serpent. In fact, I say this out loud. I'm like, yeah, I want you to try it. I want you to try, because it'd be nice, you know, if somebody's like, if your stuff, if somebody's gifts actually work. People come in here, they're like, I know what you're gonna say, or they say, oh, well, I'm reading, I'm connected with you. I feel like you. They're like, no, you don't. You feel my light. You feel all the good things around, and I'm like, you can't stop it. Like somebody came in here today, you know, I was just gonna tell the story. Somebody comes in here today and wrote, you know, they're disguised as YouTube what? YouTube chat service. You know, they're masquerading as YouTube and saying, log out and write in the community chat and say apology, you know, in 20 minutes. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a credit card frauder. That's why I got rid of that. I was like, there's trolling, and then there's, you know, like real life. And then you're like trolling to like when they go too far, like sending pizza and then writing the deceased uh sad. It's so sad. You know, deceased family member, including who's the pizza from, and then sending it to someone. That is so heinous. That is so lowbrow. You know, that is, there's no creativity in that. You know, that's not hilarious. Yeah, and I hope they take that very serious. You know, they pull up on you know, in your front yard and ruin your good mowed lawn with tank. They could use my head as a ram, because I'm a ram, and ram your door down and scare you a little bit. You know, to be honest, that's how I feel about it. So no, I am not rooting for you. Just saying, since we're putting stuff out there and saying how we feel. Hmm. Yes, I would lend them my head, my forehead, because it'd be for a good cause. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Y'all help me to make a little bit of money today. Feel good. So, mm, yeah. Um, yeah. That's the whole thing. People be like, they thought they had something. They thought they was gonna go X Files, and then they like, then we go messing with the old people, of course, and they trying to, they trying to get a handle on it, so they, get a little, get a little groove going. Then they could kind of spread it around some, maybe go a little younger, maybe who knows, maybe get a boyfriend, get a girlfriend, whatever, get somebody to pay your light bill, but they're like, you know what trolling is? Wait a minute, you already know. Who, well, who told you? It's like we weren't gonna let you get away with that. We knew where you were going the moment that this was developed. But while we were sitting up there in the front row, and like, okay, yep, they do that. They do that. Yeah, we knew exactly where you were going with it. So we went and said, look, we went to the nursing homes. We know you guys on the internet. You got the best expensive. If you don't give you nothing else, at least give you a smartphone. Look, people claiming to be, trapped in Iraq in the jungle, and they need, $80 for a helicopter to come pick them up. They love you so much, and they can't wait to see you. You're gonna finally be together. They just got to get out of this hot, humid jungle. Don't worry about them. They surviving if you can't do it. No, no, that's not a thing. Yes, you had to tell people that. Yeah, that's not a that's not a thing. That's real. I'm not lying. I'm not. That's uh-huh. Somebody's grandparents. It's happened to some few mom and dads too. It's happened to some women too. Um, now, uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. uh it happens in friendships too. That's why, like if friends start doing that, you gotta drop that friend. You gotta drop that friend. There's jokes, there's pranks, and then it's like, oh yeah, 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 we can't be friends no more. Okay, a friend who asks you, who gets you to travel, to take time away, and then let's say you get an email, you get a raise, they mad now, and they start trolling hard, like going in on you. Yeah, you need to, that relationship, you're unsafe. Your life is threatened, and you need to get out of that relationship, friendship, whatever it is. Yeah, clean it up. Okay. Yeah. I did have a term for you. I was like, you apocalyptic. So there's anarchists, and then there's apocalyptic people. So you apocalyptic, that's where you get zombie from, like a zombie apocalypse. Actually, the zombies are not zombies. Those are people who are high. The zombie is not a zombie. It's not like an actual zombie. No, that's people who can behave like a zombie, who like they, you know, um, what do you call it? Lawless type high, you know. That's what that is. That's not an actual zombie. So those groups of people, they're just all high, because they used to talk about that. That's what that they spun that. They're like, oh, what are you gonna do when apocalypse comes? Get set up, get off to a corner where nobody won't find you for a while. It'll take you years before you discover it and get blazed and blaze a lot. That zombie, in other words, zombie. A pleasure, Donald here. A pleasure. Are you here for a psychic reading? I'm sorry, I have to go. Okay. I gotta be right back. I gotta go get something real quick. Okay, so I'm coming back. Yeah, yeah. Those I don't know if they're older cultists, but yeah, they be after me sometimes. I'm they it's like all their life they've been waiting to do me harm, and they can't. And they be like, that's so sad. Yeah, they will tell you, what do you mean you don't want to be taken advantage of? Oh, that's so sad. You don't let no one in your life. You have security. Unlike, and that is their energy frequent. That's their energy frequency. It's like, well, then you realize, yeah, only way of combating that. That's why this is not for everybody, and everybody doesn't understand it. That what I'm talking about does it come from within your light, your ability, because that's the only way you can combat that energy. Because it still latches onto you. You can say whatever, but if you're not channeling that, matching that energy vibe like this, it's not like this, because that's still there under in the empathic realm. You got to match it, and you can, you know, if they're open. But she's on. That's why I'm so quick. I'm like quick on you. I'm quick on you. Hmm. Yeah. And one of my clients, and now spent a great deal of time with me, but I know she mad, but I just, I don't like trying to control. She don't need to try to control. Don't try to control a lot of good things I was right about, and got you where you needed to be. Then you want to double back and try to, why? What was the point in that? It's like to take away something that I use to help you. Why would you want to take that away from me? and I guess what I did at the end of it, I said, love, we used to say love you the bits. I say, love you the love I said, love you the bits. You see, you see what I'm saying? You said, love you bits, love you this, love this, oh la, la, love bomb, love bomb, love bomb. Then at the end of it, now I'm saying, love you to bits. Crickets. I had a friend that could really do the cricket sound. I can't do that. We all have our talents. But you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Mm. Talk about love you to bits. I love you to bits too. Are you really growing though? Are you really truly growing? Are you growing? You're growing. Oh my gosh, you're gonna transcend. Oh, you're back so soon. Oh boy, here we go. You let me guess. Now you want to be spiritual. Now you want to be a spiritual teacher. Oh boy. Is it that important for you to be a guru? Why not just take what universe is giving you and shape that bright future you've always wanted? It's like people like start looking. Sometimes I wonder what would they do with the okay, let's say all of a sudden they have the gifts. Then now what? Are they really only gonna use it just to get back at an ex? Or like just their friends? Like what like so you're just gonna just help your friends? But you don't need my gifts, my personal, the gifts that are mine. You don't really need mine to do that. You can still help your friends. So, but first, it's like first, yeah. But first, I gotta like, I have to like trump you first. So, so like people like make me out to be a big boss sometimes, and it's like, and like the whole like, okay, so they try to, okay, I'm an actual snake and a serpent. So people will try to like they do the whole I'm I'm so I care so much about you, love you so much, and then try to morph into this. I'm being more psychic than you, and they're like trying, and they're like, yeah, I think, well, actually, I think that, like, yeah, it's like the Aquarius right now is, and I'm like, send it to the universe, and then, like, hate to burst your bubble, but this is what it is. I've been able to expound on people. Like, they're like, you know, trying to taunt me about Pluto. And I'm like, Pluto also gives us they're like the 12 signs. I'm like, we have the emoji of the 13th sign. There's 13 signs and Pluto's in charge of the 13th sign. It's also in Christian astrology represents Jesus Christ's triumph over death and achieving life and also conquering information and the events in the world. Also, astrologically, it represents the sign of great healing. The healers are here, which is correspondence to the physician who Zeus put among the stars. He kept bringing people back to life, kind of like Jesus Christ. When he got in trouble for bringing people back to life. So on the Sabbath, you know, and of course, Age of Aquarius. We've been talking about it. Oh, let's say from since the 60s, are my ancestors, my mentors, because I'm actually a psychic. The word that they used to use is metaphysician. Of course, I have a degree in part of my last name, metaphysical sciences, but metaphysician is fine. That's an old term. And would speak on the age of Aquarius. We are actually in the age of Aquarius. Yeah. So, and then people be coming trying to rewrite our story. Right. So like, they're like, gosh, you look so, you like, you're as young as I. But I wasn't, I was studying and about, and I wasn't on the internet with it, but I was studying, but you know, I, you could match, you could match what I was saying, where we're going, and of course the times and dates, you know, even at that age. So I'm like, oh boy, y'all making up stuff. Like somebody made up, they found a way that they could speak about the wheel, but backwards, and they were saying that we're in the age of Pisces. And I'm like, no, we're not. It's like how, it's like the way that we look to see what age we are in. The planet you keep talking about, you keep saying, oh, that's not a planet, and it's this or that, or it's a dwarf planet. By the way, it's a major planet since 2019. Um, a major planet and a special planet, honorary, first of its kind. And it was established April 1st. No April Fools, though, but it was established April 1st, 2019. And of course, I read the article in the last live stream as well. Again, one more time, astrophysicists and also NASA, you know, also we have the emoji of that 13 sign. So, yeah. It's also the planet of the banking systems. It's the prophet's planet, which I've also already stated. It's or heaven's storehouse, the storehouse that you know people talk about. So it's connected to the causal. And then there's a whole nother story about Scorpio. We'll get into that another time. So yeah, all of that. One second, I'll be right back. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I guess they're gonna. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I'm starting to chill a little bit. I'm starting to come back down some. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, you gotta be careful with some people because like some energy vampires, like people so there's some people who know that they're energy vampires and they're like trying to tap into your literally your chakra and pull out like forcefully, not ask you, but pull out of your energy. But that's like I was saying, that doesn't work on me. Um, because I take like you could so I'm very I'd be wonderful a Reiki master, but I take their energy and their words and reshape it the reality and then make that their life reality. So yeah, which I my intention is to use it for healing, especially in those dark spaces. Because if a person can shift and change, there are people like that for a reason who can do that. They're here for a reason. It's just that they don't have an effect on me. I'm just saying. Like, I don't get hypnotized and sleepy and forget to, like wash the dishes or something. No, I don't lose time or nor routine. I reshape that, and I take it as like, because it's, to me it looks like it's a bit messy energy, like energy everywhere. I take it and make it a line, and like, and then I can make it go anywhere I want to. I could push it away. Usually I just like, okay, you tried, okay, it didn't work. Now move on. Now I'm trying to like be nice, like transcend already. But only one time has somebody, well, a few people have. I mean, that was in 2019. That's when people, I think they learned a very valuable lesson. Like they went, like when they went completely dark, like I don't know if you want to say demonic, but they went completely that way and paid dearly for it. Still paying for it. Um, it's like, like yeah, the gods did return. The Greek gods. It was more like, oh, like gods were like, oh, you want to play? You learned a little something, so okay, all right. Well, then they started contending with them, and they was like, oh, not fair, no fair. You know, I'm going atheist on you. I'm going atheist. I don't want to play no more. It's like, well, it's a little too late. That you're already in the game. You are gonna do forfeit? You're gonna forfeit the game, forfeit the trials. So it's like, like watch yourself, be respectful to your spiritual elders. Yeah. Oh, and I'm also, once again, I also walk in. Okay, so like the dark place, it reminds me of like a dark forest, a dark realm. I don't know what you all call it. I walk there, right? But I don't. But when I walk there, I don't think of it like I'm in this dark space. Like I just know it's dark, but I can do. I'm free moving in that space. So like if people they there and they're like, yeah, I'm moping here. I'm like turning on lights. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I make a little campfire. Hey, you want to come join me in the fire? So I'm free moving. By the way, there that doesn't bother me. Um, like the holidays are coming up, November. People have passed over. Like watch and see my energy. People will be like, you know, I can feel it around. Physically feel like depressed. But I'm more like, let me raise your vibrations. So yeah, I'm gonna be very annoying. But if you like healing, and if you happen to be down and out, come visit. You don't have to say anything. Just listen. I will definitely be live. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Absolutely. Um. Oh, so I'm also like, oh, in that space. I know why they want to be in that space, because because they want to use that like power. Because I always find those books over there. Spiritually, I find materials and things over there. So I have access to that. I don't know why. Well, no, well, I would know why I would rather have someone like myself, because I don't go over there and be open up stuff just to see if it works and be trying to like mess up people's worlds and things like that. I don't That's not what I do with it. In fact, I'm in there right now, and I'm not my plan isn't like to write down things forbidden, things that it's, I would say you classify it as harmful, and intentions to use it, on something or on someone. That's not what I do with it. And I, frankly, again, I pose a question: if you could do the things that I could do, because people are always trying to take mine specifically, what would you use it for? Like, to get, like, to like make your ex be like your puppet, or whatever, like want you all the time. And I don't know. I'm very curious. Like, what would they even do? Because in the conversation they said, well, I don't even want them back like that. But they say, they feel like karma isn't doing her job. Like, that's what, and I had to explain. I'm like, look, when it comes to punishment, karma is out of your league. You're nowhere near what creatively. 'Cause, like, you're thinking punish your kid, like punish, like you can do that, but like actually like karmic punish someone, you're not equipped. You're not very good at it. You're hardly good at punishing people like on a human level, like like a kid, or us, like adults punishing other adults. We're not even really that good at that. Either you do too much or you do too little. So it's never like perfect where they like, because when karma does the punishing, karma also teaches you how to suck it. You're like, you get it from the soul level, a punishment, like something you will always remember. That's a punishment. Punishments were something to help correct, and it's something that you would never forget. You would have it for the rest of your life, and you'd be grateful. When you look back and you're like, oh, I'm so grateful for that time. I was mad at the time, but it worked out for me for the better. That's a punishment. But people are like, this person went on and lived her best life, and people are looking at me and saying I should have stayed with her, and she's you know uh, doing really well in her career, and she met someone and is traveling into other countries, and just living her life, and it's just not fair, or him. So it's like, you're looking at it all wrong. You don't know what the punishment's gonna be. You're looking at it like from the surface, like, oh yeah, this person drives a nice car, nice house, looks at their life. And then they're being, my point was, look, you're being apathetic and saying, I don't want a relationship, I don't want anyone else, I don't want to let nobody in, I'm not moving forward, my life is not even moved, this person has moved, accelerated past me, and I feel like I'm barely moving forward. And I'm like, we need to change that conversation. We need to redirect you, like, then you're like sending your empathy. This person still didn't fully understand. Like, you're sending your empathy. This person has a great job. This person has a great relationship. This person has everything they ever wanted. This person is accelerating beyond me. This person is getting all the money. I'm like, you need to redirect your empathy, put your apathy outside, and maintain how you feel about the person at the same time. And the person was like, well, I don't think it's empathy. I think it's my ego. And I'm like, I'm like, it's none of that, what you just said. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you trying to equate empathy with ego? This is actually, I'm more saying be more of your ego. I'm just saying do it correctly. Have your empathy, keep your ego. I want you to say to me, yeah, this person did all kind of foolishness in my world, but I just met the most amazing person, and I'm an amazing part of my career. I'm in a breaking point where I'm deciding where I want to live next in my dream home. I want you to empathically connect with your dreams. And it's like, still trying to, like, I came to this reading, I wanted to be petty, meaning I want you to be yelling at me and telling me that how petty I am and don't be so petty. And I'm like, and they're like, they tripping that I'm being spiritually real with them, like. And then, like, nobody don't care about you being petty, you go to one, they want me to be all, I'll get, about to over here, about to faint. I'm like, yeah, like, you're not even being petty correctly. Let's start there. If you're gonna do it right. I'm frustrated because you are actually uh uh being not empathetic to your own life. That is the frustrating part. Not that you're being petty. Be as the gods. Do what the gods do and be petty. The gods are petty. Be petty. It's just be empathic and care about what direction that your life is going, and spend not one more week weeping for the past and longing for this past and not having inched any closer to your dreams. Don't Not one more week is going to go by where you're going to feel and think like that. Snap out of it and still be like, yeah, that person did me wrong. And I personally, in my opinion, I don't think he deserves all that. But you gave it to him, and I don't know what's going on over there because, like I did give her a breakdown. What could like look. He could take on a partner who takes everything he has and makes it where he cannot go any further in his career. You don't know how the universe is going to work with him on that. Just be like they're thinking, take away his car, take away his money. And I said, yeah, you do that, and he might say something like to the effects of, I don't care about any of that. In fact, he might have been the one to walk out of on it. He might say, "You keep all this," and walk right out. And then what happens? And you like, "Ah, you lost it. That's why you lost it all. Karma, ain't it? Karma did you." Then he go and he disappear, and he get all that back in another location, a way better job, and find a little little side relationship, pocket relationship, move to a pocket town, and enjoy his life. He could he could play up like that. Then he's like what do you want about? He already paid his dues. It's like, see, you you're not happy. You're still not happy because your universe is out of your league when it comes to punishment, retribution. So which something that, and he could have never learned his lesson. He's still a hustler, in relationships. He's still by the way. Yeah. So I did give the rundown, but they were so busy trying to, it's kind of um, like teenagers who, they want to be smart with the pastor. They want the pastor to care, and then they go and tell their parents. The pastor said he don't care about if whether or not if I am, skipping a class or two and smoking. The pastor's like, "Oh, you're living life a little. Good for you." And then he leans back and smokes a cigar. Oh, by the way, could you please hand me that bottle? Yeah, thank you. On your way out. Then they're like, "Oh, pastor doesn't care." But yet you're like, "Yeah, I'd never do it." That what she says. You mind if I smoke in here? You know. Yeah, I don't want to talk to him. Well, yeah, I'll talk to him, but I think he's losing me anyway. I think he's a loser. You know, I don't want to talk about him right now. I just want to talk about me. Like, okay, whatever you want to talk about, you only have, because that's about 3 minutes past. You only have 15 more minutes. So, oh, what's the rush? Like, you need to come back later. No, we can finish this up now. And they're like mad because the pastor isn't. Pastor's like, it's your life to live. you know. So so when they speak with me and I'm telling them is that the decision that you chose? Well, this is actually a good thing. They're like their jaw hits the floor. And it's not me using like reverse psychology. No, that's literally the laws of the universe. That's the rule. That no, you of course you don't stay in a relationship that you're never really truly interested in. That's like abuse to self. So no way, no loveless relationships at all, or marriages. And you yes, and you definitely, like if you're gonna be as we say, empathic, or compassionate to others. You have to be compassionate. You have to include yourself, and and use your words correctly. Because I could say, well, you can carry on as you are, and you just keep using your energy and as a vessel, and keep sending all him. You keep sending him all your good stuff, and you keep retreating in your bad stuff. That's working only against you. You're not doing anything. You haven't figured out a way how to reverse this yet. You're not getting it. So I want you to get it, so you can have it for. And when you finally get this, you have it for the rest of your life. And the only reason why you wouldn't be getting it is because you're trying to confront me. And I'm like, I just am. I feel like one of those beings. Sometimes, but I know I am a necessary. You have to encounter me at least once in your life. What is that called again? Hold on, let me see if they tell me. That's a fancy word they use. Hold on, let me see. What is he called? It starts with a P. I just don't remember. It's not primordial. Or maybe it is. Hold on, let me see. Hmm Let me see. Do they ever use the actual word? Personification, I believe. Oh, there it is. No, anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphic. Okay. Let's see. Let me actually look up that word. This is this is a word taken from a fiction, by the way. Okay. And it means, man. Okay, let's try this out again. Anthro, anthro. Okay, this is the one I wanted. This has been annoying. I'm sorry. That's okay. There it is. Relating to or characterized by having human characteristics. You mean, is that what you was talking about? Traits of human emotion intentions. Yeah. Uses challenges in religion, mythology, art, philosophy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's what I meant. Anthropomorphic. Yeah. Personification. Yeah, something like that. A necessity. It just is. And so, like, you connecting with real emotions here, which that's also where religion, like the real religion is. They're baffled. They're like, what do you mean? Like, this doesn't make you, this doesn't give you the hiccups. Like, no, this is the true human trait. When I say you're having a human experience, that's what life's about. Have your human experiences. Grow together until you grow apart. They're like, what? Like, but I was really looking forward to being obnoxious with you. Actually, literally, they said. I'm trying to, I want to be petty, and I want you to care. But in order for one to care, it has to have meaning. It has to mean something. Now, if you just want to just be evil for the sake of being evil, then you know, um, then okay. So, would you ever, can you use your abilities to, see? That's the thing. The person who was on about this very specific area, or most people, they don't tell me like, because there's a backstory and everybody has their side. They don't. We're gonna talk about this anyway. I'm not gonna forget. A pleasure, Donald here. Okay, sure. A pleasure reading with you today. I'm Donald. Good to. Oh, you're here for a psychic reading, aren't you not? Okay. So in today's reading, where would you like to start? Mm, I don't do basics. Oh, that word just it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Cause I like details. And yeah, you always say, no, I need something more detailed. So I like to skip to the details. What in one word? What area of life are you interested in? Okay, I can go with that. I don't need to know much. So let's get started already. So what I can see is this. The guides here are stating that you will have this ability, I believe, to opening up. Though I believe you're going to open up it feels like it's a box, but it's also acknowledging the gifts we have. I see an untapped sort of gift, kind of like gift wrap. So there's some things like that as well. I think that we're looking for the tools. Like, well, the tools that I have, will it do? But then I see like another tool so that we can exercise our gifts a little bit. I'm seeing that as well. This may be a skill as well. It doesn't have to be a gift like something from creative. It could be a skill that we're going to employ. But they're showing me that the right timing. It feels like I'm looking in the mirror, and I do feel like I'm searching. I'm searching for me in this space, which is saying, is this the right time for me to do the things that I'm intending to do? I feel like we're going to be on a very specific mission by it's before we get to September. So this is happening over the next 2 weeks. We have some of a time frame here. And I believe that you're finding that you're actually compatible with this new journey. There's the gift. You have a gift that's coming, but this is specifically a gift that represents a skill, something that that's going to help you in your pursuits. And they said that you're going to be compatible with that pursuit. That's in the kind of like that's my style of generalities because I just want to know exactly where they're going to focus the words. But now we can go into a detail. I think that has something to do that's important to you on a practical level, which may mean outside of the home, rather right. I believe it's going to be like with peers. I do believe it's going to be, definitely maybe project related. See, it feels like it's very much project related, is what I'm saying. And then, they're saying by September, you're going to have this together, and you're going to have like a new way, but particularly it came in like it's the image looks like a gift, but it looks like a gift that says this is a gift that is monetary. It looks like it's a skill, but even though it's a skill, it looks like it's going to produce something tangible, is what I believe. But it's not a gift by a person. A person can't give you this. It is expensive. I love the wrapping on this is green, like green wrapping. It gives me that sense of it was like high value. But I believe it, like what you have in your abilities is priceless. They said that in two parts here, you are on a destiny. It's a matter of you just need a little motivation. That's all that there is. You are highly independent, and I believe that that's going to help you in your pursuits. They said that you're writing out the new plans. You are a writer of your own destiny. You know, that's where this is coming from, I believe. Yup, it is. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm.